Hey, good morning. It looks like a foggy day today, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a couple of things I want to talk about today. First of all, I was remembering when we were talking about some of those wild parties that I used to go to, you know.
Right.
And the other one was when I got out of bed this morning, the cats left me a present on the bedroom rug and inspired me to do a song. So, first of all, getting back to those wild parties. Again, this is probably around the holidays, around Christmas, whatever. Usually Christmas, New Year's. And the guys down in chemistry for the holidays hooked up a stove. And they made ethanol, you know, drinking alcohol. And this was not for sale or nothing like that. It was just for part of the party, you know. And so, you know, we whipped it all up and we were having a really great party. And some guy crashed the party, you know. And I didn't know who he was, but he introduced himself as a crop duster. He, his job was to fly these little planes and, you know, put pesticides and stuff, you know, I guess with gypsy moths and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, that guy got so smashed at the party that he passed out, you know. So we basically said that looks like he got his crops dusted, man. He was so blown. Anyway, let me get back to, let me have a little bit of my coffee. Ah, man, it's good this morning. Oh, yeah. I got inspired to do this song. You know, I get out of bed and there, as a present by the cats, right? And I was thinking, I said, you know, since Angry Grandpa, you know, he loves cats so much, I came up with a song. Now, with your permission, I'd like to perform it to you, okay?
Go for it.
So everybody go, snap your fingers like this. Hey, Angry Grandpa, time to clean up cat vomit. I said, whoa, Angry Grandpa, yeah, time to clean up cat vomit. You know, it sure looks bad. Gonna make me sad. You know, I'm sure not glad. I'm a little mad. So get spray, get towel, clean up. Yeah, hey, Angry Grandpa, whoa, time to clean up cat vomit. Ba-ba-ba-boo, bee, ba-ba-doo-hoo, fa-fa-ba-ba-ba-ba-doo, sky. Ba-da-doo, ba-dee, ba-ba-doo-hoo, hoo-hoo, ba-ba-doo, skoom-ba-da-ba-dee, ba-da, fa-ba-doo-hoo, ba-ba-ba-da, skoom-ba-ba-dee. I said, hey, hey, Angry Grandpa, whoa, time to clean up cat vomit. I said, hey, hey, Angry Grandpa, time to clean up cat vomit. You know, it sure looks bad. Oh, yeah, it's gonna make me sad. I'm sure not glad. Yeah, you got that right. I'm kind of mad, yeah. So get ready, get spray, get towel, clean up. Get ready, get spray, get towel, clean up. Grandpa, bo-ba-ba-doo-da. Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
what.
Well, not only did you have to clean up cat vomit, but you were just scatting everywhere.
Meow. My father used to do that all the time, man. He'd be like me. You know, you forget the words of songs.
Yeah.
And my father was a jazz guy. Me, I was more rock and roll, you know. Great goodness gracious. Yeah, that reminds me of it. Anyway, when I was in high school, my father would dance through the house, you know, doing that, you know, putting a song on and go, boom, ba. One of the things I really loved about my father was he liked to take bubble baths, you know, when I was small. So I was in a tub, you know, and I went in there to go to the bathroom. I'm a little kid. Well, I don't know, maybe 13, 14 years old. And he's in there and covered with bubbles, right? And he's banging his chest like this. And I walk in and I said, hi, Dad. He said, hey, Rich, yo, how you doing? I said, I'm all right. He says, I got a song for you. And he started banging, you know, with his hand on his stomach like this.
Yeah.
Around his chest, and bubbles are going all over. And he's going, well, it's only a paper moon, it's flying over a cardboard sea. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. A ba-ba-boo, ba-ba-ba. my father didn't care too much for rock and roll, and there was a song out. I'm going to give away my age when I talk about this song, but it was a group called the Silhouettes. They had a song called Get a Job, right? Of course, me and everybody else bought the 45, and I go to play it.
Well, it's not based in the fact that there was a severe recession in 1958.
No, definitely. It was a very bad one. And I put the record on and go, yip, 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 boom, 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 get a job, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, bottom. And my father was teasing me and make fun of me, how could you like those kind of music and you're doing that stupid stuff? So I found a bunch of 78s, right? And I put them on, and there was one song called East Side, West Side, and that's a real old song, right? So I put it on, and I heard it. And then I waited till my father was, relaxing, he had a robe on and slippers, and he was relaxing, I put that record on, that 78. I said, hey, Dad, I found this in your record collection. I think it's cool. What do you think of this song? So I put it on, and it goes, East Side, West Side, all around the town. Ba ba ba, hoo ha, choo ba ba boodly, hoo ba ha. And I looked at him and I said, "And you're making fun of me?" He went like that, man. Oh God, those are funny times. Like I said, my two brothers were afraid of my father, as I said previously. But me, I was very much like my father, because when I was small, my father was a jokester, man, and he always pulled stuff on me. So I kind of got adopted that, but I used to do it on my father, man. Oh my goodness, it used to drive me crazy.
So you used to prank your father like?
Oh man, oh yeah, yeah. And always, and my brothers did it too, but in a different way. But the three of us were a couple of crazy guys, man. Yeah. Like I told you in some previous times, back in my drinking days, man. Oh, God. It was wild. The things I used to do. Yeah, too much. But we used to take a ride down in the summertime to our relatives in South Carolina, pick up a whole ton of fireworks and stuff, get blasted down there. And
I don't know when New Jersey became illegal to buy fireworks, but I suspect it was probably sometime in the early 60s. Maybe you would know.
Well, I'll tell you, I do remember that we had a lot of sparklers. We used to buy them all the time.
Yeah.
I don't remember if we could buy fireworks in New Jersey. I really don't, because
It was just sparklers, and even those were made illegal back in the 80s, late 80s, I remember that.
But I do remember that.
I mean, after all, New Jersey is the state that brought us people like Woodrow Wilson, and we know what he did with the military.
Yeah. Anyway, and the one thing I do remember, that I had a friend across the street. I don't know what his name was, but everybody called him Buggy, right?
Yeah.
And him and I had these big empty oil drums, and they were basically for garbage. But what we did is, we got M80s, and what we did is, I had one in my house and one across the street, right? And we used to light the M80s and throw them in those big oil drums. Man, when they went off, man, it's like cannon fire, man. Boom! Oh God! Yeah, I remember. This is a true story. I don't know if I should talk about it. I don't know why, but some dogs, when they relieve themselves, their waist is like rock hard. If you let it sit a while, right? And I got into real trouble. The kids were picking on me, like a big gang of kids.
Yeah.
So I collected a whole bunch of that, right? And I had a tennis racket, right? And they're throwing rocks. I'm firing missiles at him. Oh, I remember one time we had this guy. He was real crabby, you know. We sit in his house and ring his bell, and he come out swearing and moaning at us. So we collected all dog poop, dog shit. But it was, you know, like loose and all, you know. And we put it in the brown paper bag, right? And we lit the bag and rang the bell. The guy comes out, I'm home, and he's swearing at us, and he starts putting it out, you know.
Stamping out the fire.
But he had slippers on, you know.
Oh.
And then another guy we didn't care for too much. We threw all leaves in his car. We made sure he was asleep, and then what we did is we snuck in, got all the leaves we could, and just filled his car with leaves. Quietly, gently shut the door and left, yeah. Imagine what happened to him when he went out. And one time, they were like, there was a tree and in the road, right?
Right.
And the trees are pretty high, so what we did is, and I can't remember how we did this, but we made like a dummy, you know?
Yeah.
We had the string or whatever it was on from one tree, and it was pretty high down to the other. It was like a,
right.
You know, and what we did is we made sure there was like a little thing so it could roll down, right?
Yeah.
So this had to be perfect timing, right? So we waited for a police car to come up the road, right? And when we saw it coming, we had like a lookout guy, and he alerted us, right? And the car's coming up, and we let the dummy go. It's a police car, and he sees this thing coming. Oh man, we never ran so fast in our lives, man. Oh, and then we used to sing. We had this gun that shot ping pong balls, you know, and we would lay behind in the bushes, and as cars went by, we would fire ping pong balls. And one guy got out. I think he was going to kill us, and he realized there were ping pong balls. And he couldn't hurt his car. That was funny.
Yeah, they're not. Well, golf balls are larger and a lot heavier.
Oh yeah, but they do damage, and we didn't do that. Nah. I mean, it's bad enough we got in trouble, but
Yeah.
we were kind of like the Duke boys, you know. I mean,
Pranksters, come on,
Yeah.
you know, we all went through that.
Oh man, it's funny. And then they had built a high school, and they were like trying to level the field, you know?
Right.
And they set a big mound of dirt, right?
Oh,
and it was really high. So what we did, we collected a whole bunch of M80s, right? And they were like mines. We mined the top of the hill, and I can't remember how we did it, but we set it up with a long fuse so that it would go and then would fire off. That thing blasted off, man. We seen the top of that mountain fly. I thought the military was coming out that day. Oh my God. The town one time on the 4th of July, they told everybody in the house and all the surrounding houses to keep your windows open. Man, they had fireworks. It was like warfare, you know? Wow, I'll never forget that. And then, you know, we had several towns. And all you had to do was, there's some of the greatest memories I had. We'd get a blanket. You know, my father would all lay on a blanket and look up at the sky and see the fireworks from surrounding towns, you know, in the sky. It was really nice. I remember a story. I loved baseball, you know, when I was a kid. And my cousin Kathy, she lived in a house and there was a big high fence. She was a tomboy.